Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am here to talk about Makeup Forever's Matte Velvet Skin Powder Foundation. So this is a subscriber requested video. I know I haven't been doing kind of makeup videos anymore, and I'm probably from here on out going to focus my channel more on fragrance just because I feel like I'm more passionate about it. I feel like there's just a lot more variety in fragrance. There's just an art to it that is interesting to me that I enjoy. So I will from here on out be focusing my efforts more on fragrance. However, if there's ever anything that you want to request that I pick up and review or check out for you, please feel free to leave those requests in the comments because I would be more than happy to do it. Especially for this subscriber who, she is one of my very first subscribers. She has been with me from the get-go, and she watches every single one of my videos. She comments on every single one of my videos. She just means the world to me. So as soon as she requested something, I knew I was gonna run out and get it and do this video for her. So anyways, let's jump into the review of this foundation. I have actually been on a powder foundation kick lately, so I was really excited to go ahead and try this out. Now, typically, I don't purchase anything that has the word matte in it as far as base or face products are concerned, because I do have very, very dry skin, and because of that, matte products usually don't work very well on my skin type. Not only is my skin very dry, but I'm gonna be 40 this year, so I've got fine lines. I'm really starting to see some aging, even though I don't feel like I look like I'm aging terribly, but I definitely do have some fine lines on my chin and on my forehead that matte products are usually not very forgiving with. However, this being a powder foundation, I was super excited to try this. So I picked this up in the shade Y225, and yeah, this is right now, this is just a touch light for me. This is what I'm wearing today, and you can see that it appears to be just a touch too light for me right now because it is summertime and I am quite tan at the moment. So let me give you a good kind of close-up of that shade that I picked up. So this is definitely a yellow base shade, and the way that Makeup Forever kind of rolls with their colors is they have Y tones as well as R tones, and I believe R is for like red, which would be pink, and then Y is for like yellow. So let's read some of the claims for this. So this says that it is a next generation mattifying foundation that blurs imperfections for 12 hours and leaves a second skin finish. The formula contains the latest generation FlexiFit Puzzle Complex, which adapts to the movements of the skin while also letting it breathe. Your complexion is left looking velvety and natural, never chalky. This foundation is also water resistant for a long-lasting matte look. And it says it's medium to high coverage and suitable for all skin types. So yeah, so I'm going to tell you how I've kind of been using this. I have been playing with this. I've definitely worn it 3 to 4 times now. And the first time that I got it, I received it in the mail, and I just quickly kind of patted it over the powder foundation that I had been wearing that entire day. The powder foundation that I have been using and that I absolutely adore is the IT Cosmetics Celebration Illumination powder foundation. I love that powder foundation. That is one that I can wear all year round, and it's hydrating enough that it never settles into fine lines. I can definitely make it look dewy quite easily. So yeah, that's what I have been using. Now I did pat this over the top of that just to kind of quickly see what it was going to be like, and this like sucked all the moisture out of my skin and made it very dry up front. So I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to try this again with a very moisturized base, and then try putting this over it. So that's what I did. The next time I used it, I went ahead and just did some extra moisture on my face that day. I patted in some oil on my face, and then I went in with this powder foundation. It definitely did better. It didn't like look like it sucked the dryness out of my skin, or I'm sorry, sucked the moisture out of my skin. It didn't look incredibly dry or anything that really bothered me, but I will say it did tend to settle into my kind of fine lines. And I am going to zoom you in quite a bit just so you can kind of see. So I've got some fine lines right here on the sides of my chin, and the day that I just put it over like a well moisturized face, it did settle into these fine lines, as well as you can see right here I've got some fine lines on my forehead, and it did settle into those, and it wasn't the nicest look in the world. Now, today I thought, okay, I'm gonna try it with an illuminating primer underneath. And so the primer I went in with first, sorry about that, the primer that I went in with first was the L'Oreal Lumi Primer. So I put a pretty good thick layer of the L'Oreal Lumi Primer on first, and then I went ahead and pressed this into my skin, and then kind of went around with a buffing motion and really kind of you know, got it into my skin. And today I think my skin looks really, really beautiful. It has not settled into any fine lines. I've got that glow. I still have that dewy look that I love. And I have been outside, and I think it's like 92, 93 degrees here, and we just got back, and I have been out at the park. I've been sitting outside in the heat all day, and my makeup still looks amazing. Like this powder foundation really, really lasts. It is definitely more of a medium coverage, however you could build it up. I don't want to build it up because I feel like if I really cake it on there, it's gonna look cakey, and which I don't want it to do. I want to keep the coverage, you know, looking quite natural. But I will also show you, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in again, because I do have some melasma right here on the top of my cheekbone, and I feel like it has covered it quite well for being just a medium coverage. I've got like a little, this is just like a freckle, and it doesn't cover it up, but I just feel like this foundation has really, it's really worn well in the heat. Sorry, let me see if I can get my camera back. There we go. It's really worn well in the heat, and I've had it on all day, and it's holding up really well, even over a really like moisturizing dewy primer. So I feel like if you have oily skin, this is gonna be like a dream for you. I feel like if you have oily skin, this is just going to control all of that oil while still looking natural. I feel like you'll be able to build this up better, because those natural oils are just gonna help make it not look cakey. And I just feel like if you have oily skin, this is the powder foundation for you. So let me go ahead and give you a quick swatch. So that is the color Y225. And you can see it's definitely not going on like super full coverage, but it's definitely, you know, you can definitely see it. So as I said, it's a little light for me right at the moment, but yeah. So anyways, guys, that is my quick little review of the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Powder Foundation. This is what the front of the box looks like. You can pick this up at Sephora if you're interested in it, and I will see if I can link it below so that you can just have a quick reference to it if you're interested. But anyway, so that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Bye.